once again, we are here talking about the 7 areas of greatness, the success journal and planning tool. And you know, one of these areas is income. What do you do with your income? Let's talk about it. Now, before we go any further, I know what you say, hey, there's 3 things you're not supposed to talk about, and that is politics, religion, and money. Don't talk with them. But the thing is, I believe those are probably the most important things to talk about in life. In fact, I've taught all my kids there's 3 most important things to talk about: politics, religion, and money. And a lot of times people don't want to talk about money. They're like, either because they're embarrassed about it, or they think it's a private matter. Like, I don't want you to know how much I make, or how much, like because I make a lot, or I don't want you to know how much I make because I don't make a lot, right? I don't think people don't talk about money. I think it's a healthy thing to be able to talk about money. And so if you, like, even in your marriage or in your relationships with your parents, with your children, if you're not talking about money, like, how much of your life is affected by money, right? I mean, most people spend most of their life and most of their time making, earning, or spending money. Right? Money's always involved in life. And if you're not talking about money with your family, with your friends, with people that you care about, then chances are they're cut out of a lot of your life. Like, think about your stress, your worry. Can I pay the bills? Or maybe you're not stressed. Maybe you're not worried. Maybe you have enough money, but other people are, but they don't talk about it. And so there's a lot of life. Okay. And this is one of them. One of the areas in here is relationships as well, family and friends and relationships, but we're specifically talking about income. Okay. Now, with that, when we're talking about income, yes, we all need it. Right? Yes, hopefully we all have it. But I think what we do with it is sometimes the private part of us, or the secret part of us. Maybe we're buying stuff that we spend too much money on, and that maybe it's an addiction, or maybe that we just waste money, for example. But really, okay, I have this other book. Let me tell you about it. It's called the J-Line Financial Formula. And this one it kind of goes along with it. That's what I want to bring this. And both of these are available at jline.network. So go over to the website and watch them, look at them, watch the videos for the training there. I don't have training on this one available yet, but it's coming soon. But really, it's a J-Line Financial Formula, and it is a systematic approach to maximizing your financial potential. Now, with this, it has a formula. J-Line Financial Formula is this: return, give, save, live. Okay, now you can see why I wear this shirt, because I'm a giver. I'm giving to you the formula without even buying the book. Of course, it is on the cover, but you might not know that return, give, save, live is the J-Line Financial Formula. And so this goes through all of those things that you return, like debt, return, then you, what is it? Return, give? Give is next? Wait a minute, why would I give money if I haven't even lived yet? A lot of times what people do is they spend all their money on living, they scrape together something for giving, and they probably have nothing left over for savings. And as far as debt, they're in debt, and yes, they're returning, but they're returning their debt, but they're really just paying the interest, so the debt's never going away. Now, this formula helps by doing this first: return first, then give, right? You might say, well, I'll just give whatever I have when I have it. But come on, you know that their birthday's coming up, right? You know that Christmas is coming up. You know that somebody's anniversary is coming up. And you say, well, I don't have money to give. Well, hey, a card, a note, a text, just give some appreciation, give some congratulations to people. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but the point is, when you have your income, what are you doing with it, and how much are you giving? And some people say, well, I'm not giving anything. I don't give to a charity. I don't give to church. I don't give to like these funds or Red Cross or whatever when there's an emergency. I don't give to any of that stuff. Why? Because I just don't have enough. But the J-Line Financial Formula is based on a percentage system. And some people say, Well, I don't really have any money left over. I'm sorry. Well, everybody, just like time, everybody has 24 hours a day. You have 100% of your money. Now you might say, wait. I don't have 100% of my money because taxes are taken out off the top before I even see it. Okay, fine. That's taken, whatever. But then what gets to you, you can see gross and net income or whatever gets to you in your hands is 100%, right? 100%. Everybody has 100%. Now, 100% might be $100, might be $1,000, might be $100,000, right? But it's all coming through your hands. When the money comes through your hands, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? And this is what I'm here to challenge you today. I'm here to challenge you to live last. You might say, what? Live last? What do you mean? I'm talking about thinking about returning some debt or giving to someone else or saving for your future. Those top 3 things need to happen before you even think about living, like your living expenses and your rent and your food and all that kind of stuff. Now you might say, whoa, I can barely pay rent and buy food. What are you talking about that I would do that last? Because I wouldn't have no money left over. The reality is all of us, okay, have money coming in, and we mostly, come on, let's be honest. We mostly use that for our living expenses and everything we want to do, and we don't have anything to save. We don't have anything to give. And like I said before, you're paying off your debt, but you're really just paying interest. It's not going down. Or if you do pay it off, you charge it up the next month, right? I mean, let's be honest. We're talking about finances, right? Oh, we're not supposed to talk about this? Yes, we are. We are supposed to talk about this because it matters. It matters for your future. And think about it like this. And I'm going to say a statement that really changed my life, okay? This changed my life. And you might know this. I mean, it's not nothing like huge, like boom, mind blowing. But when it comes down to it, if you are working for money and your money's not working for you, then you always have to work for your money. And your money will never work for you. And so the only time that you're able to get money to start working for you is right now. You might say, no, I could do it tomorrow. Okay, do it tomorrow. But then tomorrow you'll probably say, I could do it tomorrow. And then that next day, I can do it the next day. Like, money working for you, you always push it off, right? Because you want to work for money. You want the stability of the paycheck coming in, and you want it to come in every month or every 2 weeks or every week. Whenever it comes in, you want it to come in so that you can live. And you want more to come in so that you can live. And if you always have money coming in so you could live, and you don't allow that money to start working for you so that you can live, then you're probably going to have to work for the rest of your life. And some of you are like, I'm fine with that. I'll just work until I'm 65, and then everything that's in my 401k, then I'll start spending that. And that's the thing. And I said this on my last video, I'm going to say it again. Most people are just working until 65 comes or until retirement comes. They're not thinking about retirement coming towards them. And this is one of the things that I think is huge. Yes, get 65 and beyond taken care of. I'm not saying not to do that, but that is a form of saving before living, right? You are saving, whether it's 401k or whether it's a company matching or whether you're putting something aside every month into some type of savings account or some type of stocks or whatever it may be, right? Whatever you're putting aside, put it aside for your future. But that usually is not touched or not available until you're 65 years old. That means you have to work until you're 65. You work over half your life, right? You're working like 3/4, hopefully 3/4 of your life, right? You're just giving and you're working to save enough money so that you can, at the end of your life, just live off of that money that you saved for the first 3/4 of your life, whatever. So the point of what I'm saying is, yeah, get that taken care of. But what about money start working for you now? Like, what if you put some money to work for you right now, and that money was working for age 64? And then you put some more money in the next year, you put some money and you realize 64 is taken care of. And then you realize 63 is taken care of. And then you realize 62 is taken care of, and 61 and 60. And all of a sudden, as you're moving towards retirement, retirement's moving towards you. And yes, when you turn 65, you'll have access to all that other stuff, right, that you've been saving. But you know what? You have access at 64, 62, at 60 years old. Let's say something happens and you're like, you know what? I have 60 and beyond taken care of. I'm 50 years old and I got a 10-year gap. You know, I got a 10-year gap. What would you do? What would you do with that 10-year gap, you know? And I think a lot of times people don't think about it like that. And that's why I want to challenge you today when it comes to your finances and talking about your finances. I want you to calculate. Yes, calculate how much you're putting aside. And most times, people are putting aside for age 65, they're putting aside the minimum amount for age 65. And I think you should, by the way. I think you should put aside the minimum amount. And if it's matched, you know, max out your match or whatever. And not financial advice, you know, do your own research. But, you know, do all the minimum for 65 and beyond. But then start working on 64, 63, 62, and so that it comes closer to you. Okay, it comes closer to you. If you did, figure out, what do you need? I mean, and this is what we do with our coaching. What do you need from age 64 to 65? In that 1 year, from when you turn 64 to 65, how much money do you need? And if you need, let's say $100,000 for that year, which that would be a lot, maybe, I don't know. But if you need $100,000 for that year, what do you need to put away today that will turn into $100,000 then? Then you know, you don't have to put $100,000. You could put a couple $1,000s that will turn into $100,000. And then you could put another couple $1,000s that turns into another $100,000 for when you are 63. And so I think you get it. I think you get the point. The point is, let's talk about finances. Let's talk about it. Talk about it with your friends. Talk about it with your family. Talk about it with your loved ones, your spouse, your parents, whatever. And figure out, where are you? And you got to get your money working for you today for the future. If not, you're always going to be working for money. Working for money instead of your money working for you. That should be a nightmare for everyone. Oh my gosh, I don't have money working for me. All the money I'm getting is because I'm working for it. I'm trading my time for money. You gotta stop. Okay, anyway, that's all I gotta say.